No, I was into street shit, hustling out of Grand Marquis Caprices. People always told me I wasn't gonna be shit, but I always knew that I would be lit.
Yeah, welcome to Lit Podcast. You know what I'm talking about, man. We're gonna start it off right here, you know what I'm saying, with some HakimGreen, you know what I'm saying, for we even get into me today, you know what I'm saying. So let's start off with a little bit something like this.
Hello?
Yeah,
Hello?
going down.
You got me?
Hey. Yeah, welcome to Lit Podcast, you know what I'm talking about? Hey.
Hey, can you hear me?
Going down. We got somebody legendary in here tonight, y'all.
Yeah. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
Boom! Let's get into it, y'all. You know how we do it. You know what I'm talking about? Welcome to another episode of Lit Podcast, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, we got a special guest tonight. You know what I'm talking about, man. We got HakimGreen in the building, man. What's up, Hakim?
Yo.
His mic is on?
I can't see anything.
Let's see. Yeah, he jamming.
I can't see nothing.
Can you hear?
I can hear you.
No, I'm talking about Hakim. All right.
Yep.
I don't hear his mic though.
Nah, I don't either.
Nah, I can't hear you.
I'm gonna. Oh man.
I can hear his music. I can hear your music though, but I can't hear you.
That's right. That might be my music.
Oh yeah, turn your music down.
I'm gonna step out the room.
Yeah, but I can't. It's just technical difficulties, y'all. Y'all give us 1 minute. We can get it cranking. You know how it go.
Y'all see where I'm at? Y'all can see where I'm at. I'm in straight artistry right now. Yeah, I'm up in.
I said they scratching live. They scratching live up in there. Nah, I don't hear Hakim yet.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen. I see everything. I just don't hear Hakim.
Oh yeah, man. Okay.
1 2
Yeah, there we go.
Mic check 1 2.
There we go.
I heard the voice.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, now we rocking. You know what I'm saying? Like cut off sockets, you heard me? Like my boy say from the NO.
Yes, sir.
like cut off stockings. Oh, I hear the
I want to say welcome to Lit Podcast, man. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for blessing us today. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I appreciate being on the show. Yo, it's real loud where he is. I feel like I gotta yell.
Yeah, I'm gonna step out the room real quick.
Yeah, he's up in Syracuse, so he in New York up there in the studios.
Oh, y'all can step in? Or we can turn it down. Oh, y'all can turn it in. Is that better?
A lot better. I mean, it's still banging. I guess we're gonna rhyme. We can rhyme and shit.
I mean, sure, hit it, because I haven't heard your skills.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, you want to get some bars, it's all good.
Who got the Buddha skills style, like who the feel up, but that green magic, yo, my herb will travel down your spine, loosen up your muscle, wanna tussle. Look at that, like the. I ain't fucking got right now, man.
You know what I'm saying? He blessed us one time, man.
HakimGreen, Akbar, peace to the God, Salam, Allahu Akbar. I'm not a pop star, more like a pop star. Trying to hustle right next to the cop car. That niggas lost like the dropping shit badge, y'all. Ain't getting cash, y'all. Niggas make me laugh. Deepin' ass niggas common candy with the last. Be some deepin' ass niggas hurricane sandy with the grass. Straight hydroponic, water keep me flooded. Eyes so red, niggas think I'm blooded. Come smoke this bud, I'll put you on the cloud. They mistake me for Steve Rifkin, my smoke be so loud. It's no doubt like my mama's name is Gwen. When I hit the block, it's like hot when you been. Woo! Yeah, that's how we got.
Yeah, look, you nigga, he got them strong arms up in the building. You know what I'm saying? What's going down there, everybody in the building? Like I say once again, man, we got HakimGreen in the building, man, all the way from New Jersey. You know what I'm talking about? Showing love. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I want you to tell everybody, man, like, this how we start off, man. We show love on this podcast until we roll up and we get lit, because we stay lit to life. You know what I'm talking about? So, Miyake say he want to get down with the get down today. You know what I'm saying? He want to take the flow. So I'm going to let him take the flow. And then once I let him take the flow, I'm going to come back in with my line of questions, because I do got a line of questions for you, because I have did my research on you.
Yes, look, my line of questions is probably similar to your line of questions. I'm just, just introduce to the people and let them know who you are. You know what I'm saying? Where you come from.
Yes, sir. All right, so my name is HakimGreen, channel live and direct, BDP all day, every day. All we do is spark madism. I come from East Orange, New Jersey. It's mad loud. I come from East Orange, New Jersey. We put out the channel live record Madism in 1994-95 with KRS-One, the album and station identification. We put out our second project, Arm a Ghetto, off of Flavor Unit with Queen Latifah and Hakim. That was 2000. And, since then, I've been doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes with my man Benny Boom in the film and TV world, video world. Carl Thomas, doing a lot of stuff with him. Stop the Violence Movement, KRS-One in 2008, 2009. 2010, I created a program called 24 Hours of Peace, which is a 24-hour peace concert festival in Newark, New Jersey, 10 years strong. Former educator. I was a school teacher from 1990.
That's what I wanted to get into, because I was looking you up and I was seeing in the late 80s, early 90s, you was a school teacher and you was taking people around to Ben Clark and KRS-One classes and stuff. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, so I went to high school in the 80s. I actually went to high school with Naughty by Nature when they were the new style. I went away to college in 1987. When I got to college, the college experience was one thing, but in New York City, there was just access to knowledge on the street. So getting that type of knowledge, and attending special classes dedicated to African American folks. And I got knowledge itself, and the culture, the hip hop culture was just dripping with knowledge itself and culture and that whole thing. So me and some friends of mine started an after school program called Act Now, African Children of Tomorrow Now. And as a part of that program, we were taking like high school students to go see different lecturers, Dr. Ben, John Henry Clark, Ivan Van Sertima. And this is when KRS was doing Human Education Against Lies. So taking the students to several of his college lectures, I got to build a relationship with Chris. And, that's how it kind of jumped off. And then the music thing happened later, much later.
Yeah, much later after that. So what was the inspiration of the music? What inspired you to say, like, man, let me go ahead and spit some bars and rock at it? Because I see, or when you dropped your first album, you say KRS One who produced on it, correct?
Yeah. Oh yeah. KRS did majority of the album along with Salam Remy and Reggie Burrell. But what inspired me was like, being a dancer for Naughty by Nature. I was actually dancing for somebody else at the time. Doing my scuba scrap, my Running Man, all that shit. Right. And we were sitting in the limousine in front of Texas Stadium where the Cowboys play. This was like 1991, I think, 91, 92. Okay. And OPP came on the radio. And
yeah, I remember OPP.
Yeah, that shit felt like. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's a nice way to put it.
OPP,
yeah, you know me. You know what I'm saying? So, having grown up with them, having kind of, had, experiences in the culture and in the entertainment industry with them, I was like, let me take this dancing thing and start putting pen to paper and write these rhymes. And that's what kind of kicked it off, honestly. And then just being impacted by the KRS Ones, the Public Enemies, the X-Clans, the Rakims, the, Big Daddy Kane. It was all about knowledge itself and, doing something for the community, upliftment of the community. So, getting with KRS One was just like, that was the number one cosign you can get. Like that was the.
Yeah, especially coming from KRS One, like, yeah, hands down. A lot of people know that. And then, a lot of people have that thing, to differ, but he's definitely one of them top tiers. You know what I'm saying? You can't debate that.
Yeah, man.
Now,
for real though.
Nah, for real, you can't debate that. Now, I want to know, because, and see, out there going up in the north, it's different from down south. See, because y'all were privy to a lot more knowledge. Not saying that y'all weren't going through the same thing. It was still police breeding. That's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Drug dealing, that's everywhere. But it seemed like up there, y'all was more privy to knowledge. It seemed like knowledge was on every street corner to a certain extent.
Yeah. Now, I'm from New Jersey, right?
Right. I know.
I'm from New Jersey. And though New Jersey, it's progressive because it's next to New York. New York is a different animal when it comes to that, right? And the reason being is that New York is like the capital of the world. Like so many different cultures come into New York and mix and mingle. You know what I mean? Like in Manhattan, and just the exchange of culture is greater there than probably any other place on the planet. But as many people are conscious and whatever. There's just as many people living in the same conditions, in the same mind state as everybody else. And that's the real jewel that keeps us connected. Like, they say the chain is only as strong as its weakest link.
Right.
So we only as strong as the people on the bottom. So we always got to give love to the people on the bottom, because without them, we can't go forward. We got to reach down and lift everybody up, push forward. You know what I mean? So
right. And right now, I see now everybody pushing. A lot of people, trying to push to the top, but it's still a lot of stuff pushing us to the bottom, especially this violence. And I noticed, like, when you the Stop the Violence tour, like, can you tell me a little bit of the outcome of that? Because I know we was young, but we were still teenagers when that came out. But you was older, so you got to see the impact of it. And what was the impact?
That's how I plugged in.
Say it again. I missed that. Miyagi, what you say?
Oh, I said, the Stop the Violence tour, to me, I said that's how I got, that's when I got aware. When I first, I already knew about KRS One and all of that, but whenever I first met y'all, like at in El Centro, in Dallas. Yeah. Y'all were doing the Stop the Violence tour then. That was then.
That's right.
During my time.
Yeah, but like to take it back to the late
right
80s,
now.
like, yeah.
So it was still active. It hadn't stopped.
Yeah, like taking it back to the late 80s, right? The murder rate in New York City, just New York City, but of course across the country, crack was crazy. But New York City averaged like between 2,500, 3,000 murders every year in the late 80s. Like the murder rate was crazy in New York. And with Scott LaRock being murdered, you know, KRS really being he wasn't the brainchild behind it, but he could articulate the Stop the Violence movement at that moment probably more clearly than anybody else outside of Chuck D. So him laying it down and organizing everybody on the East Coast, and then they went out west, and the West Coast rappers we all in the same gang, because you know what the violence is like on the West Coast. Yeah, like man, like it's just so to have them step up. It's just for me being a 16, 17, 18, that gave us leadership. But these are like 22, 23 to the people we could reach out and touch, even young, like MC Light was my age. Right. Reach out and touch them. They talking your language. They speaking in a tone, in a rhythm that relates directly to you. And they're saying stop the violence. Like that just that moved the needle in a really big way for us. So everybody always says, "Oh, we got to redo this. We have to redo that song. We have to. How come we should do another? No, we should do another self-construction, self-destruction." And I'm like, no. This generation got to make their own thing. They got to speak their own language because they speak it to a different generation with a different rhythm, a different bop. We can't recycle the old ways to solve new problems. You know, and a lot of what we experience, even though it was violence, you know, it's different. So I don't even want to pretend to be like have the answer. You know, the one thing I do know is whenever we use hip hop culture, what I mean by hip hop culture, that just means Black and brown people tapping in and how we express it. Boom. Facts. When we tap in, right, and express the inner G, that God
words, play on them. Let them know.
that God force. When we let that God force shine, you know, we shine. And that's what we got to focus on the self, not worry about what's happening outside the self, not worry about what they think, not worry about who get money, who not get money. What are you doing with your life and making your life better every day? I don't want to get too preachy, but that's the shit I be on. That shit, because it's practical. And you ain't gotta be joining, the revolution is there. Ain't go join the revolution. Nah, brother, sister, just make your day better.
Right. No, that's facts. You know what I'm saying? Because being in organizations or being a part of something just like that doesn't mean it's gonna pan out for you. You know what I'm saying? It's all about your inner being. You know what I'm saying? Like Cat Williams said it best, focus on your star player. You know what I'm saying? Focus on your star player, like for real. But so like
get you together, right?
I got a rhyme for you when you
go
ready.
ahead.
I'm already sorry, roll.
I got a joke for you.
If pimping ain't easy, what the fuck is revolution? Rappers be spitting straight noise pollution. Here's a clean glass of water. I show you how to eat to live. What goes around comes. Let me show you how to give. That's something that you hear when the 9 is at your rib. In the street, tuck your jewels. Thugs drew like baby bibs. I try to be mindful, write something for the kids. Talking like I walk it, rap it how I live. I came up blue collar, tried to be a scholar, but I couldn't eat the love and starve without the dollar. The pressure and the stress is enough to make you holler when the landlord's at your doorstep and the devil's on your collar. They call me a slacker because I won't sell crack for the cracker. I call women queens and I love to bury blacker. Some chicks get it twisted. They'd rather be called bitches with their ass in the air like everybody's supposed to kiss it. It's a simple lesson. You get what you deserve. Is life a bitch or just a pimp with a perm? See, a mommy tricked out, made a little heartburn, but it's something she'll forget when it's time to take a turn. When will the children learn it's much better to earn? But when my niggas put in work, they like to make the metal burn. End up in the system, it's all systematic. Manchurian candidates, waving automatics. A product of a project launched in the 80s. Chemical warfare meant to kill the crack babies. Now as the world turns, is it just a story? Because keeping it real got my sons in purgatory. In between heaven and Hades, like earthquakes in Haiti, the fat lady clears her throat and plays harp for the babies. They say I'm such a mystic. Lyrics something mythic, but I make it so plain with details and specifics. I'm just gifted. I'm young and I'm black. So represent the game. I represent the fact that God helps those who helps themselves. So when God helps you, he's really helping himself. Make every day have purpose. It's the science of life. Every breath's another roll as a science to dice. Learn from your mistakes. Try to learn from others. You'll get one roll at life. You won't get another. You have to learn the tricks because some niggas be on the gab on some funny business, but that shit will make you laugh. I thought he had the bread. Was it wonder, not the weed? I'm wondering how it's coming back because my connect ain't getting beat. That's jewelry.
That's straight jewels right there.
Yeah, that's a song. That's a song. That's a song I got on a new album called Jewelry, produced by Ron Lawrence.
Yeah, man, that's dope right there, man. Dope.
Thank you. I'm glad y'all like that. I'm really glad y'all like that.
Man, my partner like that too, man. This my partner. He want to tell you how much he like it, so he came up with this new dance for you, man. Check him out. You know what I'm saying? My partner, my partner, man, say my partner had to come in and see how much he like it, man. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying?
You got me over here drooling and shit.
Nah, square business, man. So, man, what's up, man? Man, I see you got the big old the cake. You know what I'm saying? What's up, man? You getting ready for this legalization, huh?
Oh, it's going down, bro.
It's going down, huh? I mean, everybody finna be. You know
what I'm saying?
It's going down.
Look, I'm in New York right now too. You dig? I'm upstate though. I'm in the country, upstate. I gotta make sure I stay upstate.
Big shout out to the Qs, no doubt.
All right, no doubt, man.
Yeah,
man, tell it, man. So let's tell it, man. Let's dive in. Let's get to know you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, who is HakimGreen?
Wow, an educator, an activist, an artist. An educator, an activist, and an artist. I'm a creative person, you know, and I like to express myself through my art, you know, and I like to tap in and help people, you know, progress in their own lives by studying my life, you know.
Right.
Okay.
You know, I think that we need to build more. So I like to build with people. You know, I like to think of myself as a builder, not as in a construction sort of way, but you know, and let's organize, let's do something, let's put a plan to action, let's manifest something.
Indeed. I agree.
That's for real, and I think that's where everybody needs to tune into, because right now, you know. Right now down south, man, with the music, man, it just swing in so many ways, man, and we got so many talented people, and I just like to tell my people out there, like, ain't nobody better than the next, man. Just everybody in their own lane, they do it the way they do it. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna shine how they shine in their own lane. I mean, everybody's alike, you know. And like Hakim, I want to say, like, here we give people their flowers while they're here, so we giving you your flowers while you're here, you know. So what you think, you know, about this this new wave? Hold on, I got somebody asking you something. Okay, say, how do we tie all these together in your daily life? How does being an activist, artist, and educator relate to each other? Oh, good question. Shout out Lyrical.
So the word education comes from a Latin word, educere. It's pronounced different ways, but the essence of that word means to tap in, to go in. So education is about going inside and then expressing yourself, bringing it out. Right now, the inner self, there's the macro and the micro. Right, you are a reflection of God, as above, so below. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Right. You know, so we are a reflection. All the elements in nature can be found in the human body, right? You're a reflection. You're right now. You are a very specific thing. You are an individual thing, and as the God is infinite, you are a speck. You are a particle, right? Something small, but in your smallness is the greatness, right? So when you find out what you love to do, and you make a business out of what you love to do, eventually that business is going to grow. It's going to catch. It's going to stick. because you love to do it, it's never worked for you. Right. So activism, I love. First of all, I love to scream at these devils.
Don't we all?
Just, you know, fight the power is, you know, that's we gotta fight the power. That's, right. True art is speaking truth to power, right? Okay. Now, so you know, I like to build with people kind of who are on that same page, you know, and we just, whether it's rhyming, rapping, we also share the culture. We talk about hip hop, not just rapping, but all the things that come along with hip hop. There's sports and athletics. There's so many different things to talk about that eventually what I love to do becomes a part of the conversation, or what you love to do becomes a part of the conversation, or what you love to do becomes a part of the conversation. Man. And when you see that yourself and other people, and you organize 15 motherfuckers, organize 25 people that represent 25 families, and then go down to city council meeting and see what happens.
Man, hold up.
for real, you know what I'm saying? He ain't lying. That's what, you know. Speaking fact, because I was listening to you say, I was listening to you when you was talking about hip hop and how hip hop is more than just rapping.
Hold on, man.
Nah, I went back and did my research on you. You know what I'm saying? I had to go back. You know, I'm like, you know, like let me dig deep. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not just somebody that just popping up on the scenes. You been around and you been in between.
Nah, that's done. Indeed. He's
so seasoned. Like I want you to elaborate more on what you mean about hip hop is more than just rapping or just writing a song or doing a video or wearing jewelry, but it's a way of life. Like how you know. We gotta smoke that good. Yum.
That old jizzle.
He got that.
Exactly. Put pop for your ass. So you know, black and brown people, we just have a way of expressing ourselves. That's actually universal and it's infinite, as is the creator. Right. It's just the way we tap in, the rhythm, the vibe, the bounce, the bop, all that is just, you know, it's just some old other shit. Now, hip hop was created. All right. Hip hop is a derogatory term, first of all. Hip hop and b-boy are derogatory terms, really. Hip hop is and b-boy comes from when the parties was going down in the park, or the parties was going down wherever it was going down, and you had like the older people, the teenagers vibing out to, you know, some soul music, some, you know, Marvin Gaye, or, you know, whatever was going on in 72, 73, 74, right? It wasn't hip hop. There was no such thing as hip hop in 72, 73, 74. This is before
hip. Feel it, man. Come on, man. Come on.
So you know, people at the party, whatever, right? And then the focal point for some DJs became to focus on the break, because there was a group of people who were dancing just to the break part of the record. So, you know, like James Brown, you know, Parliament Funkadelic, all these, you know, Barry White, the orchestra, and all these had these long 7, 8 minute, 15, 20 minute, but in one part of it, there's the breakdown, where usually the drum gets isolated. The DJ would get to that part and spin it back just for the break dancers. People be like, here go these boyoing motherfuckers fucking up the party. Here go these hippity hop motherfuckers coming in fucking up the party. That's where hip hop come from. Here come these hippity hop motherfuckers coming in, because we hip hop motherfuckers break dance came in and get a circle, a cipher, move everybody out the way.
So you mean tell me the break dancers?
B-boy culture is what started hip hop. Breaking, dancing during the break part of the record.
Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah. All right. They used to break in the parties.
Yeah. Before that, everything else was always going on everywhere around the country. DJs was spinning records, motherfuckers was making music, everybody was playing not the same thing, but pretty much the disco, R&B, you know, that was our shit. Soul music.
I'm glad you said that because I thought that was real funny because I was talking to you know, a lot of my people in Dallas, and I was like, man, you know, it's a lot of people who have albums out when these guys say hip hop just started, or you know, and I be wondering like, you know, hey, you know,
rapping didn't start in 1973. Black and brown people been rapping since the beginning of time. Everybody been Pig Meat Markham, Dolomite. If you watch the Eddie Murphy movie about Dolomite's life, they talk about how it was like these rhymes, these jokes that was going, man, since slavery, niggas was the dozens, it's just popping jokes. You know, your mama, this, that, you know what I'm saying? Cap Calloway's rapping, Last Poets is rapping. Like, rapping didn't start in New York City in 1973. What's different about what happened at that point was the break dancer dancing over breaks, which then it created a new bop, a new way to approach things, a new way to listen to things, a new way to not just with the music, but with everything. The culture, the fashion, what went along with it, what were they wearing? You know, the breakers, the graffiti artists, the punk rockers. Don't forget, punk rock culture was very influential on early hip hop. You had freestyle music, which was very influential. You had Planet Rock, which is the foundation of you know, bass music. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so
everybody had elements.
Everybody had elements. Hip hop is about creating. Hip hop is about creating something out of nothing by using all the elements that already exist.
Bad.
Man, hold up.
Bad.
Yo, the turntable used to be an appliance. It was an appliance. The turntable, the stereo was an appliance.
Right.
The TV, the refrigerator.
Yeah.
Hip hop turned it into an instrument. Hip hop, this energy, the spirit of hip hop, turned it into an instrument.
Yeah, you can go to Guitar Center and everything, get you something.
Just the way you use it is now like a part of the production process. So that's why I got an album coming out called Aubrey. The song that you played, the cipher, I like you played it off of YouTube. Thank you. I have the file if we want to play it again so people can hear the fullness of the sound.
Right. So you know about YouTube capping you, huh?
Yeah, some BS. Yeah, I would have sent you the file. I wish I'd have known. I should have thought I'd have sent you the file so you could just put on your hard drive and play it on your hard drive. Yeah, but this project heavy scratching, lots of scratching, break beats, very 70s, 80s feel to this new album coming out. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you know, that's always the vibe right there. You know, we always get lit when we get something from that inspiration from the 70s and some of the 80s, man.
I'm telling you, the sounds in that era.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Fatback Band, Denise Williams.
Oh, Fatback, man.
Yeah,
love that Fatback.
Yeah, oh yeah, dude. Wait till you hear this joint. I don't even want to give it away. I got this joint called Stolen Art, about how they stole our culture with drugs.
Oh, man. Okay, speaking of that, okay, let's not talk about the song. Let's elaborate on that, because I feel like, you know, we be talking about that. You know, a lot of people haven't talked. You know, everybody talks. The whole world talks about everything, and I feel like drugs took a lot of stuff from us. And I think because like music wasn't about that when it first came out. It was all happy. It was all, you know, building. You know, and then all of a sudden it was all about, you know, the drugs. It was all about the bling. It was all about I got more money than you.
Yeah, it's
elaborate on that.
Yeah, it's just real loud.
Oh, Miyaki, what is going on with you? All right, he good.
Hey, brother, multitasking. I hate hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. No doubt. So yeah, it's like, you know, drugs just puts the monkey on your back. You know, it's just there's the monkey on your back, and when the monkey's on your back, it's hard to be principled. It's hard to say no when you got to scratch that itch. And it moves people to do all types of ungodly things, which destroys the community at the end of the day. And the powers that be understand that in our thirst and our hunger, you know, and our strive to have some type of substance in life, you know, we'll partake in these different, you know, industries, call them. But at the end of the day, it's destructive for the community, on a whole. And I think that the devil knows that and understands that. And like they say, you're only as strong as your weakest link.
Right.
They identify who the weakest link is, and then they make them the leader.
No. I can feel that on like I can feel that on so many levels. Like man, say. I like how you put that. And right now we in a time where people can't even see past getting together. Some people, you know, we very, very lost. And you know, like a lot of people scared to really sacrifice. The biggest sacrifice I always thought, or I always will think, is that giving up everything. Stop giving up the money, giving up the monetary system, giving up this whole everything. Just bag up and just see that just watch the snake just crumble.
Man, we talking about this shit earlier, huh?
Yeah, we talking about, you know, but you know, hey man, that's one of the biggest hurdles. Everybody, like, they worrying about what they gonna get their food from, you know, where they gonna get this from. I seen one dude when I was watching your podcast, like we was talking about trying to make it seem like weed was drugs, you know, and I liked how you curveballed him, you know, and let them know, you know, now, you know, this come from the earth, man. You know, you can build with this, you know, you can make jobs with this, you can survive with this, you know what I'm saying? You can say about the bricks, I mean the concrete, what you say, hempcrete?
Hempcrete is more durable than concrete. It sucks the CO2 emissions out of the environment. And as it does that, it gets compact and more, I forget the word I'm looking for, but it gets more durable over time.
It strengthens it.
It strengthens it. It strengthens, that word. There you go. So this is hemp. Hemp is, they've known the wonders of hemp for a very long time. And a part of why they made it illegal is because, you know, indigenous communities, Black and brown people, can sustain themselves off of this plant, you know. So it's not just about smoking, even though I am gonna light this right now. It's not just about smoking. It's all the things that come along with it, and they know that, and that's why they push tobacco on us, nicotine, and alcohol on us.
Right.
You know, they don't want us to live I think the closer you are to nature, the closer you are to God.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yep.
So
like that.
So what's some things, you know, you wish you would have known before, you know, you started your career and started moving out, you know what I'm saying, throughout your journey?
Man, I was dumb, ignorant. I was mad, naive. Like the industry was just really different than it is today. Like it was, you know, I was looking at it. You go to parties, you see like a Russell Simmons, an Andre Harrell, Christopher Williams, Albie Shore, Halle Berry, you know, Beverly Johnson. Like, it was like, wow, I want to be a part of that. And to be a part of that, you know, as an artist, you end up giving up a lot because you're too caught up in the star, you know, the starstruck. Right. And though I probably knew more than the average motherfucker, relatively speaking, I wish I would have knew as much as Master P. I wish I would have knew as much as motherfucking Cash Money. I wish I'd have, you know, it's another. See, also being in New York, is so close to New York, which is like the media capital. You got these big conglomerates that are like, you know, you want to be close to that energy because you get up in there. It's like, you know, you're famous. Fame won't mean you making money though. You're famous. When you down south, not close to the beast, as a black man, you get to say, you know what? I'm gonna nurture these relationships myself. I'm gonna go to these DJs myself. I'm gonna press up the record myself. I know what my people, these white people, because that's who's at these buildings, Columbia, Warner Brothers, Sony, these big ivory towers, there's white people and black folks who ain't even from New York. They got college degrees and they sit in these offices, right? They don't know what Louisiana sound like. They don't know what North Carolina sound like. They don't know. Master P knows what that shit sound like though. And people like him. You know what I'm saying? So if I would have looked at the game from a point of view like that, things would be a lot better. But we don't cry over spilled milk. We take the great example that's been given. We learn. We use the tools that have been provided, and we make something out of nothing. That's hip hop.
Hold up, brought it right back around.
Well, so what advice would you give somebody, you know what I'm saying, trying to pursue, you know, your career or the things that you juggle in life? What advice would you give them?
All right, so we in a time in space. Things have changed totally, like totally. And this jewel right here is, if you know this and you understand this and you master this, I'm still learning. I haven't mastered it. But if you master this, you're the king or the queen, right? Self. Master the self. Now, when you master the self, you understand that all value and currency is derived from the self. How you see yourself and how you project yourself, how you carry yourself will determine what you attract. You have, like when I said before, have fun. Like, do what you do. What do you enjoy doing? And do that. Enjoy that shit. Master that shit. Turn that shit inside out. Flip that shit upside down. And then make a business out of it. Literally make a business out of it.
Not fair.
Yeah, like go make a business out of it. Tax ID, get a tax ID on that motherfucker, name that motherfucker, own that motherfucker. You know, get bank accounts attached to that motherfucker. Yeah. With lines of credit, but you know, master it. Don't get it just to splurge and get shit, because having fun is not being happy. And can money buy you? Has a video going around that money can buy you happiness.
Bullshit.
Money can buy you fun.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of shit that fun in the long run leads to unhappiness.
Man, real. I mean, Blue Pill was just down here.
That's my guy.
Yeah, he was just down here. You know, he was down here hooking people up to that cryptocurrency and everything like that, giving game and stuff like that. So you know, shout out Blue Pill. You know,
yes, Blue Pill and Red Pills, my dudes.
And Red Pill, yeah, them two.
That's my brothers, boy. Yeah.
So, I see you start with. I see you be flipping them words too, man. I understand. I heard. I was looking up some stuff and I felt out that calling a woman is a derogatory term too.
Woo! How's it? Spill it. Yeah, drop that jewel.
Man, I was looking it up, you know, 'cause I always be trying to go looking at etymology. You know what I'm saying? I try to go back and see where these words derive from. So one day I was just sitting up here and I was just chilling and I was like looking through my etymology book and I was looking up woman, and it was saying that it was a derogatory term, like it was something like when you call a woman, it's like a man is in control over her. You know what I'm saying? And it goes even deeper than that. You know, like we was doing some more studies about how. Because we know that, you know, we indigenous people. Everybody should know that by now. Everybody should know that we indigenous. If you don't know that, you still lost. You know what I'm saying? And you got to catch up to speed. But what I was researching that before they even came over here in so-called 1660, you know, it was black women over here that already owned the land, that was rich, that already had a monetary system set up. You know, they already had the, you know, laws and everything set up. And when they came over here, they started the marriage, the you know, married the women to change their last name and give them the man last name to strip them of their lands and their money.
Yeah, that's when we flipped from matriarchal society to a patriarchal society.
Correct. Man,
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut your bill. I'm sorry.
No, go. I was just elaborating on it. You know what I'm saying? This because you know this the floor is yours. You know, I'm just elaborating.
No, I mean it's you know, in terms of the indigenous people, right? So, all right. I don't even like the word believe. I don't like the word believe.
I know you can believe in the rain tomorrow. It don't mean. Oh, never mind. We ain't gonna get into that. Let's go.
I think that original man populated the entire world before the continents shifted, or original man populated the entire world. Well, and the original man populated the entire earth before the first white man. Right, thousands. Matter of fact, there's just a scientific proof that just dropped that the original Irish people, the original people from Ireland, were dark skinned with blue eyes and straight hair, and that we know about the Twa people. The Twa people, you know, they say who migrated from Africa up to northern parts, populated. They were little short people, which is the whole idea of the leprechaun and St. Patrick chasing the snakes out because, you know, they understood the Kundalini spirit and the asp and the serpent, this, that, and the third. So chasing the snakes out was symbolic. So, you know, I subscribe to the entire planet was indigenous people, all shades of black, brown, all shades, straight hair, kinky hair, light eyes, like all that existed before the first white man. When at what point, who went where, I can't tell you. I also subscribe to the idea of the African slave trade, where millions of people were shipped primarily to South America and North America, but primarily South America. Yes. Okay. There. Like I do think that two things can be true at the same time. That people that look like you can live here thousands of years before other motherfuckers that got enslaved came here too.
Right. So basically you saying like it people it was I can't hear, but they also like you say you got immigrants and immigrants with an I and an E. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah, well, you know, Mansa Musa, his uncle. Matter of fact, there's a look up Mansa Musa's uncle. I forget what his name is, but he's a Musa. They got proof that he was going back and forth between Africa to North America. Wait, there's pyramids in the Midwest, brother. There's fucking all like
pyramids over here.
There are pyramids over here in North America. Yeah, we know about the ones in South America. There's pyramids. All across this motherfucker. So, like, there was empires thousands of years before motherfuckers is saying it. Like,
what are you saying?
They're trying to get us to believe that, you know, human civilization is 6,000 years old. Nah, advanced human civilization is motherfucking 100,000 years old. 200,000 years old. Advanced human civilization. Motherfuckers going from continent to continent. I don't know how they was going from continent. They was definitely traveling the water. There's proof of it already. The Great Pyramid of Giza is exactly 1/10 billionth the distance from the Earth to the sun.
Hold up.
It's position. If you took all the Earth's landmass and you put it together, it sits in the center. How did they know that?
Man, we still trying to figure that out today. And that's my thing is how we lose connection that much.
Yo, there's a my man Runoko Rashidi. That's my dude. So he's all about exposing the black influences all around the world, right? He goes everywhere. Asia, Africa, Americas, he goes everywhere. So he did this lecture with this this Indian brother. It's VELA, something else I can't even pronounce. I ain't gonna play myself. But if y'all Dr. VELA and then put in Runoko Rashidi, and it'll come up. So the Indian brother was talking about how, you know, he's talking about the original people of India, how the Aryans, the lighter skinned Indians came in later and brought this oppressive lifestyle. That the original people, the Dravidians, the Untouchables, the black people, that they trace their lineage like tens of thousands of years before the lighter skinned Indians came, and that they had a god. It was the name of a god. This god sat on a mountain. The name of this god happened to be damn near exactly the same as this people in this in the Congo, where the god was on the mountain and the name of the god was like damn near the same thing. And you're talking about like 10, 12,000 years ago, these civilizations were existing. It's like they got our whole frame of reference fucked up with Columbus and Adam and Eve.
Man, I never did believe that stuff.
Yo,
that's why we couldn't function in school.
Yo, Christopher Columbus discovering America is like saying Elvis is the king of rock and roll or Eminem is the king of hip hop. We had been doing it when even the motherfuckers on his ships was Moors.
You know what I'm saying?
There's a book called The Hiram Key. Woo.
Yeah. Man, tell me, man. Yeah, come on, man. Tell me some stuff that you listened to and some stuff that you read that really did inspired you. Cause I see you dishing it.
Yeah, this is a book called The Hiram Key, and I'm not saying that it's the Bible. I'm not saying it's that. I'm not saying it's it's a 1,000% actual factual. I'm saying that there's things in it that present a conundrum. One of which is that there's this this church. It's called it's a cathedral, it's a church in Glasgow, Scotland, with maize and aloe vera. This church was built like 70 years before Christopher Columbus, right? How they know about maize, corn, and aloe native to North America prior to, and this is in Ireland, or Scotland and Great Britain. What is it? It's called rock. It's called
not Greenland. Because Greenland is like on another island, so that's Ireland.
There was a black king from there, right?
You got Scotland.
Scotland. What's
the other one? What to say? My wee wees go with them boys.
Denmark.
Hiram Key Church. Put some keywords and see what we come up with. I don't even want to play myself, gentlemen. I want people to know it's called Roslyn. ROSSLYN. Roslyn Chapel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Roslyn. And if you just put Roslyn Chapel in, you don't have to go to the book. When you put Roslyn Chapel in, maize, aloe vera, and you'll see images of the architecture within inside of it. And hold on 1 second. Yeah, so that how did they know that existed? And I've heard other stories that Christopher Columbus found out what he found out through the Moors of West Africa, who have been traveling back and forth between Africa and South America for like a long time. So all that said is, I'm sure, they brought people over, some people stayed, some people entered.
No discovery.
You know what I'm saying? as well as you got the Choctaw people from Louisiana, the mound builders. You know what I'm saying? These are people who are jet black, look like Africans, and they trace their lineage to South America. I mean, excuse me, Southern United States for like, you know, centuries, bro. Like,
I just still don't understand how we go from doing all that to now we doing this. Like, I don't understand our culture. You know what I'm saying? We be out of tune.
We was always like that, right?
I mean, I know we was creative. I know we was creative, but
I got this joint on the album called Niggonometry.
Right.
I got this joint on the album called Niggonometry, next level math, trigonometry. So we got a way about us, but we just like to floss. We like to shine. We just, you know, the gold. If you look at all the civilizations, jokers like to show off. We just, it's kind of the DNA. We on the basketball court. We're not just trying to do the basic. Now we trying to sit around the back. we just gonna put it on 10. We just gonna do it, and that's okay. You know, that's okay. There's a time and a place for everything, but we lost ritual. We lost tradition. We lost rites of passage. We lost value of our culture. So when we do things, it has no meaning, or we do it to the benefit of that devil.
Ain't lying. It'd be the benefit of all that.
Speak on it. Speak on it, man.
We already got it, and we already got it all. We just, I don't know. We just trying to get it back because I don't know what it is. So, like now, you say you got some new albums. How many albums you got?
Shit, man. Well, Channel Live put out 2. Then I put out a joint called.
And that was your group. That was the group you was in, right?
That was the group, Channel Live.
Channel Live. Yeah.
Big shout out to Tuffy. That was the other half. My brother. You know what I'm saying? We born 7 days apart, or a year and 7 days, but you know, it's my brother. So I put out a project in 2008-9 called Hip Hop Nation, with some old Channel Live stuff along with some new stuff that I had worked on at that time period. I put out an album, last year, Madism, Who Want to Smoke, featuring Carl Thomas, KRS-One, General Steele, Tretch, Do It All, Keith Murray, Thurston Howell III, Weedem Zoes. It's a big weed tribute.
We got
what if I
got weed bars.
Yeah, you got the weed bars.
I got weed bars.
Hold on. We got the weed bars. Hold on. That's how he come in with the weed bars. He said, "We got the weed bars." Let me get the weed bars, yo.
Weed bars, yo.
Hit them, you know what I'm saying? Shit.
We puffed the la, also known as the Skama. May Buddha's name be praised. Shaolin versus Lama. Life with no drama. Keep the proper karma. No pause and no commas, looking sleepy, no pajamas. Just steamed out with the wet, throwed out like a sauna. Decipher with my niggas, and my nagas. It's the la without the do, re, mi, fa, so. Hawk, you got the ism, man, you know that shit for sure. I'm so mellow, cause I keep the la twisted. Come through with sacks of trees, my nigga. I'm just gifted, lifted. HakimGreen, it was predicted. I keep so many flavors, all the colors also vivid. Here, hit it. Then watch the reaction. The lala is melodic, pure satisfaction. Eliminate the stress, addition by subtraction. Bagging up the lala is how I learn my fractions.
Ooh, that's how the lala hit you. The lala.
You know what I mean?
Straight lala, you know what I'm saying? For real. For business. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man, I see that in you. You know what I'm saying? I see that ain't nothing. Just it ain't a game with you. Like you really take that. You know what I'm saying? That music serious, and that's what's up. So like, what is like working? Like, first of all, like you got all these names. You know what I'm saying? Like Carl, man, God, KRS. You know, you got like, man, like, and then you got Benny Boom. You like, then you doing stuff like directing videos. Like they tripped me out when I went back and you was talking about how you did you did the video for LL Cool J. You what you wrote the
not make sure all the credit is properly given. So I was the conduit between the relationship between Benny Boom and Eric Nix, who managed LL. So when we put the Flavor Unit album out, right? And Eric Nix was consulting us at the time, right? Benny was like, you know, the unofficial third member of Channel Live. Benny's on the Armageddon album as an MC. Benny got bars. Benny got bars, right? Benny Boom, you know what I mean? So when it was time to do the video for Wild Out 2K off the Armageddon album, you know, we pressured Hakim to let Benny do the video. Benny had never done a video before. It was my guy. I had came into the game partly working on videos sets from Classic Concept, Ralph McDaniels, all that. So my resume doing videos is kind of, you know, I know what it is. I know what it takes. I know my man can execute the vision. And he took the vision to places I never thought he'd take it, bro. He did his thing. He put his foot all in it. Yeah. So that triggered a whole lot of people like going, yo, we're checking for Benny. We started two companies, IBC, Illegal Broadcasters, and Gorilla Flicks. And then while Gorilla Flicks was up and going, Benny did Uchiwali for Nas, which
I like that jacuzzi scene. That boy,
So that was his third video. He did a video for a French artist, then did the Nas Uchiwali video. He did something else, I forget, and then he got the opportunity to write a treatment for Nas Got Yourself a Gun, and this is in the middle of the whole Jay-Z beef. This is what's going on. So Benny, you know, I used to promote a party in the city, Club Envy, and I'm up in the DJ booth. Benny runs up the stairs. He's like, "Yo, they said they gonna let me write for the video. Yo, you gotta help me. You gotta help me." I'm like, "Yo, you gotta do something that's like meaningful, that says something." But that's not gonna. So thinking. I'm like, "Yo, you should reenact the assassination of Martin Luther King and Malcolm X with Nas being," because what I wanted to do is, in the middle of all this beef and after Tupac and Big, you want to say something that leads to conflict resolution. You want to say something that, because the song is "Woke up this morning, got yourself a gun." So write the song. He's telling you, nigga, we could do whatever. So visually, how do you not say that? By saying that. So what if you show the effects of where that goes? The assassination of Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, to me, is the biggest. But it was like, nah, that's gonna go over people's heads. I'm like, yo, what if you do? Because it was fresh, it was new. Right. Unfortunately, the assassinations of Big and Pop, and have Nas be Big and Pop. We wrote the treatment up. Nas, Benny took it into Nas. Nas loved it. Rest is history. So that was a highlight in in my video production career. But there's a Nelly, my relationship with the Lunatics, with Ali and Murphy led to Benny working with Nelly, which led to 7 videos. And then
that's how. Okay. I was trying to see how the transition came down to St. Louis, even though that's not that far away.
Yeah, so just having respect for Ali in terms of being Godbody and Murphy and everything, the whole Lunatic, including Nelly, just having that level of respect. Saw him at Justin's. Puffy had a restaurant in New York called Justin's, and they were up in there, and I'm like, yo. My guy Benny, he was like, "Oh, word that shit, man. Yeah, now we saw the Uchiwali shit. Now he put his foot in that shit. Now we checking. Let's make that happen." So we hustled it together, made it happen, and that led to 7 joints with Nelly in the St. Lunatics. And then, similarly, Eric Nix being a consultant. Once he did Wild Out 2K, Eric goes to me, "Hakim, Benny, I'm telling you, when it's time for LL to do his next project, you're going to be directing on it." And that was First Love You Better, and then Paradise. And now Benny does all the the LL Cool J TV show. Yeah, he's off and running. He's doing his things.
That first I look. Those some bad joints right there.
It's a glorious day. It's a glorious day.
Yeah.
Now the Carl Thomas situation, because he's also in that Armageddon. Now I've known Carl Thomas since 1992. We were both in a production company called Character Music. Charles Farrar, Troy Taylor, big shout out to them. And then we both ended up leaving. Carl got his deal with Bad Boy. We've remained very close friends throughout the whole ride. When we got dropped from Capitol and we were working on our demos, Carl was right there giving us hooks and what have you. So Tuffy, now Tuffy, the other half of Channel Live, he went to high school with Mike City, who wrote and produced I Wish I Never Met Her for Carl Thomas. Now, that is an ill story. So now at the time, I'm like one of New York's illest weed dudes. I delivered weed. Like after Madism on the other side of Blow Up.
Okay.
You gotta make it happen. So it was like since I'm Madism, everybody's like, yo, dude, where's the Madism? So it all became right for me to have the Madism for sale. And I became very popular to the point I get a call from Andre Harrell, who was a regular customer. Big shout out to Andre Harrell. Rest in peace, rest in power.
Yes. All right.
The legendary, no doubt. So I get a call and I open the door and Carl is sitting there in the seat, and Andre doesn't know that me and Carl know each other. So he's like, yo, you mind if how you mind if you get this? So I go in, I got these jars. I was known for the jars. I carry the weed in big plastic jars so weed can stand up, look all pretty with the crystals and all types of whatever. So he's telling Carl, basically, you got the hot sampler, but we need that single, dog. We don't have the single. When we gonna get the single? Right now, Carl is frustrated at this point because he got a lot of joints. Summer Rain, Emotional, Cold World. I mean, his album is, he's got heavy hitters. Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis. He's got the Hitmen. He's got A-list producers. All these joints is, you know what I mean? Right. Got real loud. So he Andre's like, you don't have that banger. So we leave, we break out. Tuffy 2 weeks later is like, yo, Mike gave me these joints, B. I gotta play them for you, see if think now mind you, Mike has done some things, but he's not Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis. He's not the Hitman. He's not none of these people. He plays me Mike's demo. I hear I Wish I Never Met Her. I'm like, that's the single. That's it. He's like, you bugging, God. You for real? You think so? That mind you, it's in demo form, so it's just Mike City singing it. I play it for Carl the next day. Carl looks at me and goes, yo, where's your dude at? Where's he at? I'm like, nah, he's staying up. He's doing some stuff with Rough Rider with D&Y. He's in Mount Vernon. He was like, word, you think we can get him in to cut it if we need? So he runs the joint in the puff. I get a call like 3 hours later. Yo, how fast can you get your guy and let's cut this record? And I Wish I Never Met Her was out like 3 months later. The hottest record in New York City, hottest record in the country, needed to be break all types of records at radio. And Jay-Z, I wish I never met her at all. It's that record. Like, big shout out to Mike City, writer and producer of I Wish I Never Met Her. Big shout out to Carl Thomas, one of my closest friends, who's also on my last album, Madism, Who Want This Smoke. The song is called I Believe, Put It in the Air. Yo, can I play the video?
Yeah, go ahead. It should, baby. It let you pull it up and play. Let you.
Yeah.
Play this video. Play that video. Play that video. Play that video. That's what Miyake look. That's me. I call Miyake. Miyake on there. Damn it. His phone messed up.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Nah, he in that studio. He probably got bad connection, and he probably trying to click on.
I'm gonna try this again.
Hello.
There you go.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, damn. I don't know what the hell happened.
Yeah, with your old.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, it's not letting me. It's not letting me.
Yeah,
It's not playing.
I seen that.
That's I'm talking about with your old looking ass. what video is it?
No, it's not. It's not playing. I don't think it's allowing me to play it.
Oh, is it on YouTube or not?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's called I Believe. Put it in the air.
Let me see. Let's see what we can do over here. Let's see what we can do.
Wow, that's crazy.
All right. Let's see. What kind of cover it got on it?
You should have a girl with a big curly afro.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see. What can we do? Let's see.
I Believe. Put it in the air. Featuring Carl Thomas. Produced by DJ Heron. Big shout out to Growing Farms.
What's going down?
Yeah. You might have blunt. It got loud. Mute that, brother. You gotta mute that.
Yeah, right in the middle of my podcast. What the fuck? Like, for real? Oh, hush. Hurry up and open the door. Hurry up and close my door. I'm in the middle of my podcast. Damn.
I mean, yeah, I mean, that's right. Get it going.
Go.
you to do that. Hey, I'm back again.
All right, what is that? Get up out of here. Now that was dope. Like a visual was dope too.
Thank you, bro. Thank you,
Man, them
thank you, thank you.
visuals, yeah, them visuals crystal clear. Crystal clear.
Man, you know, I wanted to have fun. We wanted to have some fun, do something light. It was actually we filmed it before the pandemic. You know, we filmed it before that, and
Is it over?
Bring back in that vibe of that. You know, you remember that summertime, but more mellow, jazz out.
Exactly.
Got more, a little bit more bounce. You know, yeah.
Nice. I'm glad you like that. I'm glad you feel that.
Yeah, real man. So like, man, like, you know, before we get out of here, man, I like to always ask people a couple questions, man. You know, I like to ask. You know, I always got my top threes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna run it all through there. So I want to know who's your top three rappers that you just, you know, that you
rappers, MCs, or lyricists. It's three categories. Rapper.
Okay. You know what? I like how you broke that down like that. You know what I'm saying? But I really wanted you to put it all around. You know what I'm saying? Because we like to put it all around.
All around.
Yeah, we like to put them all around. The one that you know that you want to put in your arsenal all the time.
So I'm gonna go KRS.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go Redman. Because you said put your arsenal. See?
Yeah, put your arsenal. Say Redman. Say, ooh.
See, because it's like, all right. So, because let me just clarify. Because if people ask me my top five, right, it's always based on where I was at when I was 19 years old.
Okay, that's what's up.
You know what I mean? Now, if you say right now, if you had three MCs, who you gonna get? I'm gonna get KRS-One. I'm gonna get Tretch. I mean, excuse me, not Tretch. Redman. No disrespect to Tretch. Redman. But you see, Tretch is definitely up there. But I'm gonna have to go KRS, Redman, Black Thought. I'm gonna have to go Black Thought. Damn, that's all crazy. What's going on here?
You say Black Thought?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Black Thought. Yeah, I'm gonna go Black. I'm gonna go Black Thought. I'm gonna go KRS-One, Redman, Black Thought. I think with those three MCs right there, you don't want it. Don't nobody want it. Right now, in 2021, right now. KRS-One, Redman, Black Thought.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boom. You heard it. All right, now, okay. Now I need your top three strands of weed that you know you like. I can't go without, or I used to have and I can't find it and I need it.
Nah, it's sour. OG. Sour, OG, and probably wedding cake right now. I mean, yeah.
Oh, so you know about that jizzle. You know about that jizzle, boy. I say, okay.
Do I got time to spit a rhyme though? Do I got time to spit a rhyme though?
Look. Bow. You know what I'm saying? Like bow. Yeah, I ain't mad at you. You know what I'm saying? For real. Okay. So now I know you done had a fucked up ass weed store. What you got, the joint? Yeah.
I got mad weed stories.
Man, I need one of those ones. I need one of those fucked up ass ones. Like one of the ones where
I got mad weed stories. All right, I got mad weed stories. I got mad weed stories. But I'm gonna tell you the story. So a really good friend of mine, True Master from Wu-Tang, he was going through some things, right? And y'all can look it up, y'all can Google it. He had got arrested for attempted rape and then later escape. And he was locked down for 4.5 years. He represented himself, and he won. God, look it up. Yeah, look it up. It's crazy story. Actually, you just look it up. True Master, Wu-Tang, accused of whatever. I don't like saying it, but in one of his trial hearings, I went to go give the brother some support. And, after that, I was going to do something else. And I had a place to put my weed. So I figured, I just take that shit in. So I took my weed, put it in my pocket. It was in plastics. I think ain't no metal gonna set it off. It's in plastic now.
Right.
Man, that shit set that shit off. They found that shit, shook me down, tap my pockets, whatever. Arrest me, on the spot. Take me down to booking, book me and shit right now. So earlier that year, a friend of mine had put me onto a company based out of Jersey called Game Face, aka federally registered Schedule 1 marijuana exempt industrial hemp of New Jersey. And he's filed under a federal law, Title 21 United States Code, Section 885, 802, and 882. To look it up. This law was created federally way back when, I want to say like the late 30s, to encourage farmers to grow industrial hemp. And in that, you're allowed to possess, carry, warehouse, transport. It says it all in the law. Right. So, I got, as soon as I heard about it, matter of fact, I want everybody to Google Robert H. Moore Jr. Game Face, GAMPHACE. You'll see him there sitting in court. He videotaped his court date. He got arrested for possession in New York, upstate. Got arrested. They got his court date to come back. He goes into court. The judge is being all arrogant, rough with the brother. You know what I'm saying? Doing the brother dirty. He's putting his paperwork on the record. He's quoting the statute, the law, what have you. He's directing her to the, the DEA identification number that comes along with his paperwork. It all gets explained when you watch the video. So she gets to a point in the video where she realizes, oh shit, this is real. And her whole demeanor flips. So you see him basically spank her around, her ask for forgiveness, and then he goes to speak to the DA to talk about his pretrial hearing coming back, because he's like, I want to go to trial. She's like, no, you want this dismissed. He's like, I want to go to trial. I want the public to know that this law exists. So it's just incredible. Shit is dope. Crazy dope. Look all on the ass. Oh, I was just saying. That
nigga reversed it on the head.
Yo, I'm telling you, when you watch this video, bro, you gonna walk, your chest gonna be sticking out proud, right? Spank him around. And then there's other videos that he has posted where he shows you the paperwork, how they don't want to go to trial, they just dismissed it, they sent him a letter, sent it. So anyway, I became a member of his company. Now the law that it protects him as a member of his company, and it says it in the law, I get to participate in these activities and not be considered engaging in criminal activity, right? So in my situation, when I came back from my court date hearing, I go to the clerk, who's a police officer. I give him the paperwork. He looks at it, looks at me, looks at it. You're an idiot. You got arrested in court with marijuana? Dude, you're a fool. You're an idiot. You got to be the dumbest person I ever. How do you come to court with marijuana on you? Yo, I should have somebody come search you right now. You probably got weed on you right now. Do I need to have you searched? I was like, listen, just for the record, I'm an agent of federally registered Schedule 1 marijuana exempt industrial hemp of New Jersey, filed under the federal statute, Title 21 United States Code 885, 802, 822. I want that on the record. He looked at me. He goes, hey,
And let the record show.
And let the record show. He looked at me. He goes, who told you that? They lied to you. That law was revoked. But consider the day your lucky day. I'm throwing this out. Now, I have a video posted of that day. So I brought a camera with me to document what would happen. Why, as I'm leaving court, I discuss what just happened. And I put the paperwork up so your viewers could, if you want to check you can see what it is. And, that was, way before New York is now legal.
It's a whole new ball game.
It's a whole new ball game, but it's still good to know because, the legality, like there's the legality of it, there's the legal side, and then there's the lawful side, right? And it is a way to function in your private self where you can navigate in ways that people who have permission don't have to. If you get my drift, you get my drift.
Yeah, I get you. That's why we can do people. We tell people we got people like this. We got people like that's gonna back us up. The paperwork, they don't know nothing about that. That paperwork goes a long way, especially if you really take the time to sit down and fight. And open up your mind and understand that it's more than just. Yeah,
it's knowing who you are as who the self is and how the self engages with this larger operation. Which at the end of the day should be a reflection of self. And we just got to. The more that's another thing I want to say in terms of this form of government was taught to the quote unquote founding fathers by the Iroquois, and that wasn't their name, that's a French name, which you can do your Googles and figure all out for yourself. But the Iroquois was 6 tribes, the 6-tribe confederacy of the Iroquois nation, who had a representative form of government, 3 branches, executive, which was the chief. You had a House of Representatives, which was these elected people from the different tribes, the elders. In the Supreme Court, the judges were the actual elders, like and if you Google Benjamin Franklin, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, they all admit to learning about this form of government, this democratic form of government from the Native Americans here. The indigenous people here, the original people here. So, again, this is ours. It's not theirs. It's ours. So when we activate self and engage with what's already been created by us, they didn't create this. We created this. They create nothing. They create nothing. They move.
Dane Calloway. He heard of Dane Calloway?
Put me on.
Oh, yeah. Check him out on YouTube. Named Dane Calloway, Dane Calloway. And the boy say the boy be spitting just like how you, he be spitting them LIPs too. You know what I'm saying? And like you check him out. He on the same vibration.
Yeah, respect.
But
there was one more rhyme. There was one more rhyme I wanted to spit before.
Go ahead.
All right. My niggas. Let's get straight to
I want to talk about. Niger. Let's talk about Niger. Let's get him.
Let's get straight to the fact Egypt is really Cam, and Cam means black. But what's right and exact is what most niggas lack. The ancestors called us king. Ingu was the word for that. Inga is my queen. If you don't know what I mean, check the Kebra Nagas, which is the Book of Kings. But niggas don't study, they get caught up in the drama like snakes in the grass, my nigga. I don't mean naga. Check the saga. I bring you holy mana. The sun rises in the east, which wakes the holy prana. So let me pause like the comma. Check that nigga's dharma. What goes around comes around. Check that nigga's karma. Now, if you don't get the point, here's some more, my nigga. He's from the gods and earths, and he's a more, my nigga. My nigga Nigel comes from Niger. I call Nigel my nigga. People get hyper. I'm like the last poets because I love my niggas. Who would ever thought the president would be my nigga? What goes around comes around. Tom always tells. Words cast spells is to spell mental hell. Looking through the vision of another man's sight. See God in yourself, my nigga. It's all right. Just rise from the lower. Plant seeds for the sower. If Jigga is my nigga, how could he be Jehovah? Jehovah is really Yahuwah, or you could say Yahoo. Now who's the real G? Not the male, you fools. Words are just tools. Now who weighs and measures? My niggas flipping words in the quest for earthly treasures. It's all mathematics, so we say my nigga. It's more right and exact, plus got swag and flavor. Since power's in the word, the Lord said name it. We named ourselves niggas. Now niggas don't want to claim it. I paint the picture, frame it. We let the devil shame. A people with no name is a people with no aim. With no land to claim, my struggle goes in vain. But my niggas fight over words that's inflicting so much pain. I want to say my nigga said refrain around white people because they don't understand the pain. My naga heals the venom and makes the serpentine. The resurrected niggas on the throne set the reign. Peace, my niggas.
Peace, my nigga. Yeah, I seen you and KRS-One. Y'all had a deal. Y'all now, you know.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, now the crazy shit is like for 10 years, I wouldn't utter the word. I would argue you down if you said the word. We got a song on the first album called Cause and Effect, which is about not using the word nigga and bitch.
Right.
Some rappers would they be without the use of the word nigga. Time to make the switch from the word bitch. Here's the message. Catch it. No more step and fetch it. Roundabout clowns. Here comes the, I almost put shit. But yeah, that's on the first Channel Live album. It's called Cause and Effect. What? And it's it's about words, how we use words, how we see each other using words, how words define our reality. We get into that whole shit.
Man, for real, because these words, man, they especially over here in America, that's why it's the hardest language to learn, English. All these twists and turns and but hey, if you was in my shoes, is there a question that I didn't ask you that you would ask yourself?
Yeah. I mean, how deep you want to go? How far you want to go down the rabbit hole? That could be a surface question. That could be a
that's the flow is yours question.
Oh shit, nah, man. Let me just give everybody the credentials and how to follow me, how to keep up, and what I got going on right now. So I'm working on a project right now called Aubrey, which the Cypher is the first song you played at the top of the show. Cypher's off that album. It's entirely produced by Ron Lawrence from the Hitmen, who produced Hypnotize for Biggie, Where I'm From for Jay-Z, a whole bunch of other hits for for the Locks, and he's incredible producer. So we wanted to come together and do a tribute to 70s and 80s hip hop. Ron is also a documentarian. He has his incredible documentary called The Founding Fathers, which talks about early hip hop in Queens and in Brooklyn, and just really dope. So we wanted to do something that really was a tribute to just that era, that sound. There's something missing. Breakdancing is going to be in the Olympics in 2024, and the Olympics is going to be in LA in 2028. So it would be a shame if we don't, as original people, have something to offer when breakdancing in the Olympics comes to America in 2028. So it was like, we should create for that. We should make music for that. We should reinvigorate that lifestyle, that culture, so we don't see other people doing our shit. You know what I mean? I'm tired. We see other people doing our shit, and it'd be like, because we walked away from our shit. We stopped doing our shit. It wasn't making no money. And now that it's making millions, it ain't yours no more. Somebody else got it.
Right. When you say what like Danny Boy said, how you got what you got. You got doctor, you got Coca-Cola, and you got Coca-Cola Light. Coca-Cola is the real thing, but Coca-Cola Light is that other thing.
Yeah, there you go.
For real.
My man
I appreciate you, man.
My man DJ EFN from Drink Champs. DJ EFN from Drink Champs.
Yeah,
FN. Yeah.
DJ
He has a documentary series called Coming Home, where he goes and he exposes hip hop from around the world, like different forms of hip hop. It's just dope documentary. He goes to Haiti, goes to South America, Colombia, went to Vietnam. The Vietnam shit is ill because he was asking the Vietnamese, who influences them from America, and they was like, nobody. Our influences come from Japan and China. America be bullshitting with the hip hop. They're not even about the hip hop. We don't even look to America for it. I was like, oh shit, that shit fucked me up. Like, oh, we not even. This is the motherfuckers in Vietnam, when it comes to hip hop and style and rhyming and sound of music and what they're talking about, they don't look to the United States. They look to Japan and China. So really, I think they look to Japan. Korea looks more to China. It's more China influenced.
Man, that just spoke volumes.
That's why you gotta Google it. I mean, go YouTube it. Coming Home Vietnam. Who's Crazy is the name of the production company, which is DJ FN.
I'm finna go get us straight into that.
Yo, but no, you gotta see my man Spank the Judge around too. So don't forget about that. Okay. My man with the cannabis company that Spank the Judge around. You gotta don't forget that. I'll send you the link. I'll send you the link.
Tune me in with that, man.
Yeah, all that.
Shout outs where everybody can reach you at. Make sure you tag that in too.
At HakimGreen, at madism.info.
You know what I'm saying? Anybody shouting out? Anybody want to get some shout outs to? Well, I know I want to get some shout outs to, man. Shout out to everybody that joined in the Lick Podcast. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guest, you know what I'm saying, HakimGreen.
Oh, you know what? I ain't even had the comments lit up. It's all these comments going on right here. Damn.
Yeah, man, the comments. Yeah, you've been missing out on the comments.
I'm sorry. Yo, big shout out to everybody that tuned in. WITDA shit with the shit. With the shit. Okay. With the shit. Yeah, man. I'm sorry. At Hakim, at madism.info is the handle.
Oh, I got you tagged right now. I got you posted up in there right now. You know,
boom. Yeah.
So everybody can see. Boom. Right on the fly.
And the
creeping right back in. He just went in and went out. My co-host. Shout out to my co-host. Here go my other shout out. Shout out to my co-host that just can't get it together. You know what I'm saying? Look, can't even hear him, but he's back. You know what I mean? Can't even hear the man.
Yo, peace to the collective. No doubt, man. I appreciate you having me on. You know, it's a pleasure. Look out for that Aubrey album. Go check out The Cypher, produced by Ron Amin, Rod Lawrence, featuring KRS1. I'll be shooting a video very, very soon for that. You know, big shout out to Game Face, big shout out to Growing Farms, big shout out to, you know, Norris, Turtle Gang, Red Pill, Blue Pill. The whole collective, you know what it is. That is.
Peace.
Oh, damn, I'm bugging. Big shout out to KG, West, and Cliff from Madison Sports, which we do every Thursday on the Madison TV platform on YouTube. So YouTube, yeah.
But they would have got you if you didn't plug that.
Yeah, you gotta check it out. Do a Madison.
Hey, that shit lit, bro.
Yeah, they would say they would have got you if you ain't plugged that.
That was stupid. Every Thursday, I do a sports show. KG from Naughty by Nature, my homie West, and Uncle Spliffy. And we have all types of guests. This shit is dope. Tune in.
Peace. Already. I want to thank everybody for tuning in once again. You know what I'm talking about. It's another episode Lit Podcast. Hold on. Before y'all leave, make sure y'all hit up the ShantaeWay.com. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you get the eyelash and hair, or you know what I'm saying, the fashion and some more things. Make sure you hit up Cardinal Science 222. You know what I'm saying? So you can get you some design.
Hey, man, we got a pop-up show. We got a pop-up shop.
I'm in my rhythm, man. I'm in my flow.
What's up, man? Up in New York. So if you're up in New York right now, man, we got a pop-up shop going on. You know what I'm saying? In Syracuse. If you're in the area, man, check out the website and see what glasses are.
That's what I'm gonna do to you, nigga. That's what I'm gonna do to you, nigga. When you get back here, nigga. To Dallas, that's what I'm gonna do to you, nigga. I'm gonna jump on your ass just like that, nigga. Pow, nigga.
Hey, man, we got
that's me, nigga. That little nigga, that's me, nigga. Woo, bam, nigga. Just bam, nigga. Keep playing with me. Keep playing with me, man.
Man. Look at that. Hey, man, look. I told you, look. I couldn't wait for Hakim to come on, bro, because I already knew that he's Hakim. So it was gonna be so blessed. It was gonna be so, you know what I'm saying? It was gonna be so on our vibration, but we needed that connection.
Right.
Because he's on that. We need to be able to see. That's just like us talking to like some Africans and being like, "Hey, y'all black and blue, we all the same people, and we gotta get a better understanding of that shit."
Shit, that's why we gotta stay connected, man. I appreciate that, man, and appreciate, I really do appreciate you looking out on that. That was a great interview. You know what I'm talking about, man. We were highly tuned in and that, you know what I'm talking about. We had a very, very good laugh, you know what I'm saying? Shit, we even had man, look. My nigga.
What? Look at that. Man, look. That's
Man,
what's up, bro.
We got lit, nigga, tonight. Then we got lit, but say, man, shout out everybody, man, once again, man. We got to get up out of here. We running past our time. But look.
Yeah, man. Look,
make sure to
get back into the lab.
As I was going to be on the link's going to be in the description. You know what I'm saying? Make sure check out my boy Cuddy. You know what I'm saying? Get freedom of mind. You know what I'm saying? Carrot salad. You know what I'm saying? More than you know what I'm saying? Partner sign 222. Get your customer design.
Oh shit!
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
my shit.
You know what I'm saying? Get that fashion in the way it comes. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's how we do it. And and that's all.
Still the business. Ah, you stupid.
Growing up, I was into street shit. Hustling out of Grand Marquis Caprices. People always told me I wasn't gonna be shit. But I always knew that I would be.